Not another video about Irish facts, I hear you cry. Well, no it isn't. I've tried to give you facts you may never have heard before. I don't tell you the obvious, like Ireland driving on the left. Oh damn, I just have. I don't explain about the famine, not because it's trivial, it certainly wasn't. And I don't cover the fight for independence or the Civil War. Others have covered these, and probably better than I can. I have listed information that I think is fascinating. It won't change your life, but it might just get you to know Ireland and understand Ireland a little better. If you are from outside Ireland and come for a visit, you may, after watching this video, see something and say, "Old hiking geezer mentioned this." Come to think of it, you might say that even if you do live here. I'm not, as you may be aware, from Ireland myself. I hail from England, so my pronunciation may not be spot on. I do try to get it right by, for instance, saying County Meath instead of the Englishman's instinctive County Meath. But a few errors may slip through. If they do, please be gentle with me. Just relax and enjoy the video. If you find anything you don't agree with, please let me know in the comments, as this can only be as accurate as the data I can source. Also, don't forget to I've got wrong teeth in today. Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a hype, as this all helps the channel. Onwards and upwards. County Cork is the largest of Ireland's 26 counties, with an area of 7,508 square kilometres. That's 2,899 square miles. But the population in 2022 of 584,156 makes it only the third most populated county on the island and the second most populated in the Republic. County Louth is the smallest by area at 826 square kilometres, 319 square miles. With a population of 139,703 in 2022, it is the 17th most populous in the island and the 12th in the Republic. Carrauntoohil in the McGillicuddy Reeks is the highest mountain in Ireland. Found in County Kerry, the mountain, whose name means Tuathail's sickle, is 1,038.6 metres, that's 3,407 feet 6 inches high. The Irish coastline is a mixture of rocks, cliffs and sandy beaches and bays. It is 3,172 kilometres, that's 1,971 miles long, but if you include all the bays, inlets and islands, it is over 7,500 kilometres, that's 4,660 miles long. Along the west coast runs the Wild Atlantic Way. This offers spectacular scenery and lovely towns to travel through. It isn't a day trip though, as the route is 2,500 kilometres, that's 1,553 miles long. We have it running through Sligo near us, and yes, it is beautiful. The island houses two countries, the Independent Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. They use different currencies and different speeds and distance measurements. In the past, the border was heavily militarised, but since the Good Friday Agreement, it is open and free-flowing. It is 499 kilometres, which is 310 miles long, and approximately 280 roads cross it. The border runs through 10 counties, 5 in the north and 5 in the Republic. To the north you'll find Derry, Londonderry, Tyrone, Fermanagh, Armagh and Down. To the south, Donegal, Leitrim, Cavan, Monaghan and Louth. Ireland has been inhabited since the Mesolithic period, and there is evidence of habitation going back 10,500 years. Many Neolithic antiquities exist, like Newgrange seen here, which was built around 1100 BCE, making it older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. Cedar Fields is an archaeological site in County Mayo. It's the earliest example of a field system in Europe. It dates back to 3500 BCE, that's 2,500 years before anywhere else in Europe. There are roughly 30,000 castles in Ireland, although many now are ruins or mere foundations. The largest castle, despite its name, is Trim Castle in County Meath. The area within its walls is 30,000 square kilometres, that's 7.5 acres. That's 1 square metre for each castle on the island. It was restored by the Office of Public Works and was opened to the public in the year 2000. Worth a visit? I'm sure it must be, but we've yet to get round to it. One for another video perhaps. Éire is named after the goddess Éireann, who was the daughter of Delbede and Anmas of the Tuatha de Danann. The harp is a symbol of Ireland and not, as many people think, the shamrock. Associated with Ireland for over 1,000 years, medieval Irish kings and queens employed harpists, and the harp came to represent Gaelic order and culture. Some of the oldest surviving harps, like for example the Brian Boru harp, on which the Irish harp symbol is based, date from the 14th or 15th centuries. By the 16th century the harp became the symbol of Ireland itself. When the English crown took control of Ireland, they incorporated it into the coat of arms of the Kingdom of Ireland. It appears on most official documents, seals, coins and notes, and of course passports. It is the only national symbol in the world based on a musical instrument. Fun fact, the Guinness harp, also based on the Brian Boru harp, faces the other way so as to not conflict with the trademark of the Irish state emblem. For a country that was known for the Roman Catholic Church's overwhelming control of life, moral constraints, etc., Ireland was quite revolutionary when they became the first country to legalise same-sex marriage. Since the 16th of November 2015, same-sex couples can tie the knot and have the same rights and obligations as opposite-sex couples. There were severe objections from the Catholic Church, and the Vatican called it a defeat for humanity. During the period from independence in the 1920s until 1979, contraception was effectively banned in the Republic. Many people, however, simply crossed the border into Northern Ireland in order to obtain it. 1979 saw the introduction of the Health and in brackets Family Planning Act, which allowed contraceptives to be supplied but only by prescription, and then only for, and I quote, bona fide family planning or medical reasons. This meant that it was still difficult to obtain them unless a doctor approved it for a married couple. Condoms were not freely available for unmarried couples. In 1985 the Act was amended to allow the sale of condoms to over 18s, but only through pharmacies. The Act was amended again in 1992, and by 2000 contraception and even the morning after pill were freely available without prescription. This reflects the reduced influence of the Catholic Church in modern Irish society. Located in Athlone, County Westmeath, Seansbar is recognised by the Guinness Book of Records as the oldest pub in Ireland and possibly the oldest in Europe. Wattle and door walls and some old coins discovered during renovation date back to over 1100 years and confirm its age. It was founded around 900 CE, so the pub has been serving beer continuously since the 10th century. The average price of a dwelling purchased in the 12 months to April 2025 was €365,000. The average asking price, i.e. what the house is being listed for, in the second quarter of 2025 was €357,857. It does vary from area to area. For example, where we live in County Sligo, the typical asking price is €210,000. But in Sligo town, the county town, houses sell for $290,000. The huge price of houses in Dublin and Cork artificially inflates the average. The most popular boy's name in 2024 for the 8th year running is Jack, and it's found everywhere. For example, Jack Daw, Jack Frost, Jack Black and Jack Red. Well, perhaps not the first and last of those, but you get the idea. Sophie was the most popular girl's name for 2024 and is a name associated with royalty, singers and models. It toppled Grace from the top spot. Murphy is the most common surname for newborns during 2024. Does that mean that there are more Murphys around, or they're just more fertile? Still, thank heaven for small Murphys. Ireland has a rather strange health service, or at least strange from the point of view of an Englishman. It is a mixture of socialised health and privatised health. At least that's how I see it. Unfortunately, I've had to use it. When I took a tumble down a mountain, I received fantastic care. Nobody could wish for better. Life expectancy in Ireland is 82 years of age, but let's look at the other end of the spectrum. The Rotunda Hospital in Parnell Square, Dublin, was founded in 1745 and is the world's oldest continuously operating maternity hospital. Infant mortality is 3 per thousand, making it the 17th in the world. The UK's rate is 4.2, that's 34th place, and the United States 6.3, and that puts it in 49th place. There are an estimated 300,000 to 308,000 diabetics in Ireland, mostly type 2, like me. Telefís Éireann began broadcasting on the 31st of December 1961 and on the first night included a speech by then President Eamon de Valera. In early 1962, regular programming began, including news, entertainment and Irish language content. In 1966, the name was changed to Radio Telefís Éireann, RTE, to reflect the combined radio and television services. TG4, Telefís Gaeilge, is a free-to-air TV station broadcasting in Irish. Ireland is rightly proud of winning the Eurovision Song Contest 7 times. This is a record, if you pardon the pun. In 1970, Dana was the first winner. In 1980 and 1987, Johnny Logan won. 1992 saw Linda Martin win with a song written by Johnny Logan, effectively making him a 3 times winner. 1993, Niamh Kavanagh won for the 2nd consecutive Irish victory. And in 1994, Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan made it a hat-trick of wins, a feat no other country has achieved. The last Irish victor was Emma Quinn, who won with a song called The Voice, and that was in 1996. Irish Gaelic is officially the first language of Ireland, but English is the most commonly spoken. The Gaelic alphabet has 18 letters, plus some letters with an accent called a fada. It misses J, K, Q, V, W, X, Y and Z from the standard English alphabet. In the west, northwest and a few other areas you'll find enclaves where Irish is the predominant language. These areas are known as the Gaeltacht. All road signs, but not all street names, are in English and Irish. In the Republic there are more Polish speakers than Irish speakers. And the words yes and no do not exist in Irish. Instead, expressions like I will, I won't, or I do, I don't are used. Ireland is still predominantly Catholic, but the numbers are falling from 84% in 2011 through 78% in 2016 to 69% in 2022. The fastest growing related group is the no religion or non-religious category, which was between 6 and 10% in 2016, rising to 14% in 2022. Ireland has 3 patron saints. Let's be honest, that's simply being greedy. The most famous one is St Patrick, whose feast day is on the 17th of March. Then St Bridget. There are 2 St Bridgets. This one is usually called St Bridget of Ireland. Her feast day is on the 1st of February. Lastly, St Columba, whose feast day is on the 9th of June, but his is the only one of the 3 whose feast day is not a national holiday. Someone once said that I was a Catholic. They must have misheard. With the number of pets we have, I'm a cataholic. Would you believe there are wallabies in Ireland? Lambay Island, just off the coast north of Dublin, has a colony. Ireland is famous for its beef, but strangely there are more sheep than people here. I suppose if you could breed the sheep with the wallabies you'd get woolly jumpers. Ireland loves its pets. At the last count there were 520,000 dogs and 373,000 cats in Ireland. To buck the trend, we as a household have 2 dogs and 4 cats. We did have 5 cats, but our little Frankie passed away recently. There's a tribute video to him on the channel. It is well known that Ireland has no snakes, and that means that unlike Great Britain, which has the adder, it's got no venomous snakes. Does this mean that there are no venomous poisonous creatures? No, it doesn't. There are poisonous plants, fungi, algae, and these 5 venomous, poisonous and toxic creatures. 1. The false widow spider. Accidentally introduced from the Canary Islands or Madeira, this little spider has a venomous bite. The newspapers try to exaggerate the effects for shock value, but its bite rarely feels worse than a bee sting, and in fact many people don't even realise that they've been bitten. If camping, shake out your boots and gloves before putting them back on in the morning. Number 2. The lion's mane and blue jellyfish. The simple rule is to avoid swimming where these are visible. The stings are painful and can cause welts and mild nausea. Rinse them with seawater but not fresh water, and use vinegar or a heat pack for relief. 3. The lesser weaver fish. These little fish bury themselves under the sand just beyond the waterline. They have spines on their dorsal fins, and stepping on one delivers a very painful venomous sting. Avoid this by wearing beach shoes or shuffling your feet to frighten them away. To treat stings, immerse the foot or feet in very hot but not scalding water for 30 to 35 minutes. Heat neutralises the venomous proteins. Number 4. Bees, wasps and hornets. Watch out for these in meadows, woodland edges and near food and bins. Normal stings are painful but harmless. However, a small number of people can have an allergic reaction. So keep food sealed and don't antagonise them by swatting. And please carry antihistamine if you're sensitive or worried. I've always wondered why so many people invite wasps on their picnics. And 5, lastly, one that people don't think of, the common frog. Found in grassy areas, bogs, lakes and forest edges, these little creatures secrete a mild toxin from the skin on their backs. It isn't harmful unless eaten or licked, something that dogs are proud to do, so please watch out for Fido. If you have to handle a frog, do not rub your eyes afterwards. So don't handle them unnecessarily, and ladies, don't kiss one, it won't turn into a prince. Now we've got a little guide to the above. If you wish to and are able to, why not screenshot it? The largest Irish port is Dublin Port on the mouth of the River Liffey. It handles about half of all port trade with 700,000 freight movements, 1.5 million ferry passengers and over 100 cruise ships annually. Cork Port is the second busiest. It sits on one of the world's largest natural harbours and handles 10 to 12 million metric tonnes of cargo annually, as opposed to Dublin's 38 million tonnes. If you haven't been to Ireland and have got your impression through American media like Hollywood, this is what you might expect Irish transport to be. You couldn't be more wrong. Ireland has a modern, if in some areas limited, transportation network. Ireland's first motorway, the M7 between Naas and Newbridge, opened in 1983 with a length of only 8 kilometres, that's 5 miles. The motorway network has now grown to 995 kilometres, that's 618 miles, but it is sadly missing in the northwest where we live. The best-selling car in Ireland in 2024 was the Hyundai Tucson, whilst the best-selling brand was Toyota. There are almost exactly 3 million licensed, that is taxed vehicles, on Irish roads. The longest direct car journey between two towns entirely within the Republic is from Goleen in County Cork to Cardona in County Donegal. The distance is approximately 600 kilometres, 373 miles, via the fastest route, and takes 8.5 to 9 hours to drive. I did almost the entire length of this journey and the return in one day whilst house hunting, and let me tell you, it's a hard drive. The Irish rail network is a shadow of its former self in terms of route miles, with many tracks and stations shut in from the 1960s onwards. The current network has modern, efficient rolling stock and, compared to the UK at least, a reasonably priced ticketing system. Only services in the Dublin area, like the dark lines, are electrified, so most trains are diesel. These trains are run by Iarnród Éireann. The longest continuous train journey without changing is from Dublin Heuston Station to Cork Kent Station, a distance of 266 kilometres, that's 165.5 miles. The journey takes between 2.5 and 3 hours. The longest coach journey is the Expressways Route 40 from Rosslare Europort to Tralee in County Kerry. It passes through Wexford, Waterford, Cork and Killarney. The journey is at least 260 kilometres, 161.5 miles, and takes 6.5 to 7 hours. Ireland has weather, big weather, all kinds of weather, and sometimes all kinds of weather in the same hour. Ireland is known for its rain, and quite rightly so. The highest rainfall in 1 hour was 52.2 millimetres in Clonrosh, County Wexford, on the 27th of June 1986, and the highest annual rainfall was 3,964.9 millimetres at Ballabema Gap, County Kerry, in 1960. But it isn't always raining, the sun does put in an appearance. Valentia, County Kerry, holds the monthly sunshine record with 380.2 hours during July 2022. And you won't be shivering in this. The highest temperature recorded in recent memory was 33 degrees Celsius, that's 91 degrees Fahrenheit, in Phoenix Park, Dublin, on the 12th of July 2022. But it does get chilly at times. The lowest recently recorded temperature was minus 19.6 degrees Celsius, that's minus 3.3 degrees Fahrenheit, at Glasnevin, Dublin, on the 12th of January 1982. And it can get a bit breezy because of the Atlantic Ocean. Storm Eowyn in January 2025 at Mace Head, County Galway, a gust of wind of 184 km per hour, which is 114 miles per hour, was recorded. This, along with a 10-minute mean wind speed of 142 km per hour, 88.2 miles per hour, made this the worst storm since Irish records began. We lost many trees, which was a blow. Now for a lovelier thing. The northern lights are often visible from Ireland, and they are beautiful. We are at the right latitude to see them, but unfortunately we nestle in a little valley, and the hills to the north only allow us to see a slight glow in the sky. The population of the Irish Republic, according to Worldometer, on the 9th of October 2025 was 5,322,662. 62% of these people live in urban areas. This gives an average density of 70 people per square kilometre, 200 per square mile. But in rural areas this is much, much lower. 50 years ago, in 1975, the population was only 3,180,000. But the rate of increase is slowing. In 25 years the population is expected to only reach 5,970,000. Ireland scores highly on the World Freedom Index, where it comes in 5th place. The UK is 20th place, and the United States, who call themselves the land of the free, is in 23rd place and falling. Ireland is also famous for its redheads. Nearly everyone has red hair, right? Well, no, that's actually wrong. Only 9% of the population has red hair. Guinness is the beer most associated with Ireland. Approximately 460,000 pints are sold each day in Ireland. That's one for every 11 to 12 people. Everyone can now enjoy a drop of the black stuff since Guinness 0.0 was introduced in 2020, and after a recall, reintroduced in 2021. Brewed as normal Guinness, the alcohol is removed using a cold filtration process which maintains the colour and the original taste. On St Patrick's Day 2011, 13 million pints were sold worldwide, a new world record. Now let's look at some of the best-selling brands. The best-selling butter is unsurprisingly Kerrygold, with Connacht Gold coming in 2nd place. Another Irish staple is tea, with Barry's selling the most, having pushed Lyons out of the top spot and into 2nd place a few years ago. Brenner's bread, often seen along with Barry's tea in the kitchen of the sitcom Mrs. Brown's Boys, is the bestseller, and yes, it is good. Irish Pride takes a close second. My Waddy is the best-selling fruit squash, with 41% of the market. I first tried it on my second visit to Ireland house hunting, and I fell in love with it. Great Britain has nothing to compete with it. With soft drinks, or minerals as they are known here, there is a huge range. The most popular by market share is Coca-Cola. Second is 7-Up, and in third place we see Pepsi. In fourth place is Ireland's own club range like Club Orange, Club Lemon, and the distinctly Irish orange and lemon mix Club Rock Shandy. But where do you buy all of these lovely products? Probably a supermarket, and Ireland has some big international names along with some homegrown ones. Let's start with SuperValu and its sister company Centra. Owned by the Musgrove Group, they have over 220 branches, which I believe are all franchises or similar. Dunnes Stores are an Irish company with 104 outlets, although I've heard they are closing 3 of these in the Dublin area. Not strictly a supermarket company, they are a multifaceted outlet who also sell and are indeed famous for quality food. I think of them as an Irish equivalent of Marks and Spencer's. Now for the foreigners. Tesco's has a large presence in the Republic with 178 stores. Then we have Aldi. This German budget supermarket has 161 stores. And my favourite, Lidl. Note the pronunciation, not Lidl as it is in the UK, but Lidl, which is the other German retailer. They have 186. There is, unlike the UK, no stigma attached to shopping in Aldi or Lidl in Ireland. These are the 5 best-selling Irish whiskies by global sales. Number 1, Jameson's. Number 2, Tullamore Dew. 3, Bushmills. Number 4, Proper 12, also known as Proper Number 12. And 5, Paddy's. Irish whiskey is smooth because, unlike Scotch, it is triple distilled. And now for some odd facts about Ireland that you may not have heard. The largest naturally grown potato was from County Laois in 2010. It weighs 7.1 kilograms, 15.6 pounds. Dublin Airport was once closed due to UFO reports. UFOs even get escorted by the Gardaí in Ireland. The world's oldest still running literary festival is the Yates Summer School in Sligo. It has been running since 1960. In Carlingford, County Louth, the leprechaun is a legally protected species. In 2012, Brandon in County Cork broke the record for the largest gathering of people dressed as leprechauns, with 1,263 of the little people. And now Puck Fair in Killorglin, County Kerry. Traditionally, a group of people every year climb into the McGillicuddy Riggs Mountains to catch a feral goat. It is brought back to the town where the Queen of the Puck, by tradition, a young schoolgirl from the local primary school, crowns the goat King of the Puck. The goat is then held in a cage on top of a stand or tower for 3 days and is then led back into the mountains. Due to animal rights objections, the goat is now only kept in the cage for a couple of hours. And finally, County Donegal. There is a town called Muff. Muff has a diving club. And yes, you've guessed it, it's called the Muff Diving Club. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look at some of the more obscure or strange facts about Ireland. We would like to think that you learned something new about the country that we love and now call home. If you did, then all the hard work was worth it. If you smiled or laughed at any of these facts, to me that's also a victory. So if you did enjoy this, then please caress the like icon and titillate the subscribe button. Please leave a comment and where possible, tap the new hype button. All these things help get the channel exposure. If you are able and wish to, please help offset our running costs by donating through Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description and the QR code is on the screen. So again, thanks for watching. Mr. and Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer are saying goodbye and onwards and upwards.